Hello YouTube, FireHazard95 here again. Last video I showed you how to create an Escavalier in Pokechen. This time I'm going to show you how to check that same Escavalier in Pokecheck for its EVs, IVs, a full legality report, everything you can think of. Now if you don't want to use this video guide, I have a completely written out comprehensive guide on palpad.net, which is a Pokemon forum. I will have the link to the exact topic in the description. Now what you want to do is you want to go into your Nintendo DS's Wi-Fi options. If you have a DSi, I know you can do the options within the DS. You can't use the game. So you want to go to Nintendo Wi-Fi connection and settings, select that, and then you want to select the current internet connection that you're using wherever you are. Now once you select it, you should scroll down to the bottom, and I don't have a screenshot of this, but you should see an area that says auto obtain DNS. Yes should be selected by default. What you want to do is you want to select no, and then set this IP address as your primary DNS. Make sure it's your primary and not your secondary, because otherwise you'll end up going to the real GTS. Now if you look here, I have a picture of how it should be set up, except I have it as my secondary DNS because my primary DNS is my computer's IP address, because I do frequently use Pokechen. However, if you don't use Pokechen, then set this as your primary DNS, not your secondary, otherwise it won't work properly. Now, when you go to submit your Pokemon, you go to the GTS like you would for any normal trade, and you submit the Pokemon you want to check. It doesn't matter what you request for the Pokemon, because the Pokemon won't actually even be traded. What you want to do is select yes. I always just press A on everything, so it comes out to being any sort of Abomasnow. Once again, it doesn't matter what you say that you want, it won't be traded. You should get error code 13266 like you see right here, and like I just got on my DS. If you get 13267, that means for some reason the Pokemon didn't even pass the in-game checks, which means it's not recorded on Pokecheck. 13266 means it was. So, now you're done with the GTS on your game, so you go to Pokecheck, and now if I refresh my screen here, you'll see the Escavalier that I just checked on Pokecheck. So I select it, and now look, you can see here I've got 31 IVs except for speed, which is 24. You can even see the hidden power type. You can see the EV spreads, stats, everything. Hold items. Now you can also click show legality analysis, and you can see here it says that this Pokemon was either edited or RNG abused. That's really not much of an issue because a lot of people do RNG abuse. I personally don't know how, but it doesn't really matter. Also, it says Pokemon has exactly 508 EVs because it's actually rare that you'd get that. Most people max it out to 510. But then again, if you do that without having Pokerust, then it'll still have it yellow like that too. It doesn't really matter though. If it's green, it means it checks out okay. If it's yellow, that means it's a little bit sketchy according to Pokecheck. And if it's red, that means it's blatantly messed up and there's no way that Pokemon would ever be considered legal. Also, if you want to, you can clone the Pokemon too like this. You can either download the .pkm file you see right here and you can edit it on Pokechen, or you can do queue for download on the GTS, and next time you go to the GTS through Pokecheck, the Pokemon will come down. It's a really useful method for cloning Pokemon, and no one would really ever know. And that is pretty much how you check a Pokemon on Pokecheck. Once again, if it's green, that means everything checks out. Yellow means it's a little bit sketchy, and red means it's blatantly messed up. You can also download a screenshot of the Pokemon itself, or you can download a screenshot with the legality analysis if you want to show it to somebody to prove that your Pokemon is legit, or whatever you want to do. Once again, there's a full comprehensive guide here. A lot of these screenshots are pretty big, that's why I didn't show them, but this is a full guide here if you want to use this guide as opposed to listening to the video guide again. Thank you, YouTube. Have a nice day.